Yep, we up and going. Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yashala. Kol Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. Just want to say the water to all you H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. Jachanan.
Brother Harad.
Hey, we back again, man. You know. Wow. Another Saturday out here. Just letting our people know, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans know that the kingdom is at hand. You are the children of Israel. That's your true biblical nationality. The true names of the Father is Yahweh. The true names of His Son is Yahweh Shai. And our Lord is not some blonde-haired, blue-eyed white guy. We have to, you know, continually reiterate that every week, you know. Now I know a lot of followers, you know, that follow us. They know what the names are. They know that the Father's name is Yahweh and the Son's name is Yahweh Shai. But with everything that's going on right now, it's a lot of newcomers that's coming into this truth. A lot of newcomers that's coming into this truth right now. You know, with because a lot of people have, have linked into that Negroes to Hebrews documentary. You know, they're listening to Kanye and this Kyrie situation, and I've been seeing all kinds of shit. Everybody talking about the Israelites right now, you know, all online. All these secular, especially these pastors, these preachers. You got this one guy, Vocab Malone. He's like the spokesperson for the apologetics, and he's supposed to be a specialist on Hebrew Israelism. I've seen him on so many sites. A lot of the apostles been going in on him because he's just lying his ass off. Because if you ask him, what do you want me to do? You want us to return back to white Jesus? That's what he wants you to do. He's not going to say that I just want you to have salvation. This man is going to want you he wants you to return to believing that the Lord is a white guy. He's not going to tell you that the Lord is a so-called black man. According to Revelations 1 and 13. Matter of fact, let's start with that, because there's a real stumbling block amongst our people, and they believe that the Lord is some blonde-haired, blue-eyed white guy, man. And see, the kingdom is at hand. And something that came to mind in my spirit this morning was, when I heard it, when I was getting up, what's the scripture? Many are calling, but few are chosen. Because the word is going out. It's not like people are not hearing the scriptures. There's no cloak for no sin no more. You can't say that you don't know that you're a Hebrew Israelite, man, in this day and time. Now, there may be a few people that may not have heard the truth. Don't get me wrong. But we talking about this thing is on a mass scale to the point where true gospel is going out throughout the four corners of the earth, man. You can't get around it. Yeah, let's start on Revelations chapter 1 from the top. Let's start from Revelations 1 and 1. Because like I said again, a lot of our people believe that the Lord is some white guy, and the same guy, his people, his race of people that dogged you out for 500 years, he's going to come back and save you from his own people. You ought to be afraid of him too. If that's the case, if he's really a so-called white guy, let's start from the top.
Revelation 1 and 1. Revelation of Yahushua, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must surely come to pass. And he sent it by his angel unto his servant John.
Okay, so the revelation just means the revealing. So this is a revealing to John of what our Lord, basically what the Lord was presenting to him. And a part of that presentation was the way that he looked. So let's jump down to verse 13. Let's start at 13 and go to 15. Yep.
Verse 13. And in the midst of the servant, childlike sticks.
The seven candlesticks.
The seven candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
Which is Yahweh Shai. That's another one of his titles, the Son of Man.
clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Similar to what we got on, a garment, you know, down to the foot.
And girt about was perhaps with a golden girdle.
He had like a golden girdle on, like a golden, you know, war belt, like almost like, you know, how you would see a championship boxing belt or a championship wrestling belt or something like that, right? Go ahead, Doc.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
His head and his hairs were white like wool. You know, like the brother's hair is. You know what I'm saying? Like my beard is. You see what I'm saying? Who has woolly hair? As a matter of fact, if you go up into the they're getting rid of a lot of these definitions in the older dictionaries, because when you go into the word wool in the actual Western dictionary, it says hair like Negroes. It says a sheep. It gives you sheep, and then it goes into a following definition that gives you hair like Negroes. But see, now that the Hebrew Israelites are out here, we're studying, you know, to show ourselves approved. We're bringing out all this information. You know what I'm saying? And now they're starting to delete a lot of these things off lines. Go ahead, Doc.
As white as snow.
It's white as snow, like how like my beard at the bottom of my beard and the brother's hair. You know, it's because it's not really. It's called hoary. Some people call it gray, but it's really, you know, it's really it's white really when you know when it turns what they call gray. Go ahead, Doc.
And his eyes was like a flame of fire.
Eyes like a flame of fire, you know, because you know the Lord was a you know, he drank a lot of wine. He was stressed a lot, but damn sure dealing with these Negroes. He had to go through the I can't even imagine what our Lord went through, man, dealing with Negroes. Just seeing what are people like right now, how wicked they are. It stresses me just, you know, just coming around them, man. Being with it and just hearing shot of them. Just listening to what they say, man, it stresses the hell out of you. Go ahead, Doc.
And his feet like onto fine brass.
Fine brass. What color is fine brass? Fine brass is a derivative of brown, but how brown? And you can Google it, because I've done lessons on it. Google burnt brass or Google fine brass, and you'll see. Go ahead, Doc.
Like burnt in a furnace.
Like as if it burnt in a furnace. If you burn brass in a furnace, you burn anything in a furnace, it's gonna turn dark as hell. But see, since bronze is like a metal that can take heat somewhat, it heats to a point where it browns it. And you can get darker browns, you get lighter browns. It just depends on how long you have it in the temperature. But this is saying as if it was burnt, you know. So we know that this is a temperature that was pretty much at a longer rate to burn something, you know. But we just want to just touch on the fact that the Lord's look was not that of a white man. You see what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, how much more was on that?
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
His voice as the sound of many waters, because he had a deep voice. You know, there's actually a passage in the scripture where it talks about him being out on a boat, I think it was, and he was speaking to the people on the land. When he was using, it's almost like in this enclosure that we're in right now. This enclosure that we're in right now, our voices are kind of bouncing, you know, and it's amplifying. So the Lord, he used the waters as a microphone, so to speak, without it being a microphone, right? But let's get some further proof into the color of these men. Now let's go to Acts 13:1. Because a lot of people don't know that the word nigger is in the Bible. See, today it's used as a negative connotation, you know, but it just simply means black. Negro. It just means a dark color, basically, man. Acts chapter 13, verse 1. It's going to describe the disciples, or at least one of them, as being, and you know, all of them were dark skinned or they had somewhat of some melanin, man. There wasn't what it disgusts me, man, when I see movies where they're showing you that the Lord is this so-called white guy, and that's not what he looks like. That's not what. Hey, that's one of the biggest lies on the planet, and that's one of the biggest stumbling blocks for our people, man. Going to these Christian churches, and kissing some damn cross chain on their neck, rubbing on rosary beads and all this other silly shit, praising White Mary and all this. Come on, man. It's high time to awake out of sleep and get away from those things, because that's idolatry. I was in my comment board going back and forth with somebody that was talking about it, you know what I'm saying, on, you know, they got the name all wrong, you know, just trying to, and this nigga's a gamer. I went to his channel. He ain't got not one Bible video up. All this shit is about some Call of Duty and gaming, man. And he's trying to tell me about the scriptures. Go ahead, Doc.
Acts, verse 13 verse 1. Now there were
speak up, Doc. Speak up a little bit.
Now there were in the church that was at Antioch,
yeah,
certain prophets and teachers.
Certain prophets and teachers,
as Barnabas,
yep,
and Simeon, that was called
nigger. Basically, it's the same thing. Not, it's just with one less G. Go ahead, Doc.
And Lucius, Cyrus.
Yep, Cyrene.
And many. Which
you can go ahead, Doc, my bad.
Which had been brought up with Herod,
the tetrarch.
And so.
Yep. So let's get this word nigger real quick in the Greek. Slovakia. It's G3526 in the Greek, and it reads nigger, black. That's exactly what it says, black. Right? So we know that the men that in the scriptures were men of color, man. And there's plenty of more scriptures. You got the example of Moses putting his hand off into his bosom and taking his hand back out, and it was leprous. Then the Lord told him to put his hand back into his bosom, and it changed back to his original color. So where's the miracle in his hand going into his bosom and coming back out being as white as snow? And if he was already white as snow to begin with, or if he was already a white man, what was the miracle in that? And he brought his hand back out, and it turned back to the original color. What was the original color? He was dark, man. And that's also in, I think, you know, talking about even with Yahweh, the Father, and the angels. Matter of fact, what's that, Daniel? Is that the book of Daniel, chapter 10, verse 7, or is it, let's see. Let's get Daniel chapter 10, verse 6. Now this is going into the Father. So we start at verse 5. Let's start at verse 5.
Daniel 10, verse 5. Then I lifted up my eyes,
yep,
and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen.
So that lets you know, first off, if he's clothed in linen, he has to have a body to be clothed. So the Lord is not some puffy smoker, you know, he's this puffy air puff out here in the skies, man. But that's the mentality that white Jesus Christianity gives you, that he's just out here floating in the skies. He doesn't have a body. He's just, you know, but if you have on clothing, you have to have a body to have those clothing on. Go ahead, Doc.
Whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz.
See? Hey, you have to have loins for that to be on, right? Go ahead, Doc. This is the point.
His body also was like a burly.
The burl.
And his face as the appearance of lightning.
So it has a face here, right? His face has the appearance of lightning. Go ahead, Doc.
And his eyes as lamps. of fire.
And his eyes as lamps of fire, so he has eyes. Go ahead, Doc.
And his arms and his feet.
His arms and feet. Here we go. Your arms and your feet are the same color as the rest of your body, man. Just like in Revelation that we just brought out, your feet, his feet were like unto fine brass, as if they burnt in a furnace. Your feet are the same color as your body, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Like in a color to polished brass.
There you go again. Here you go with that polished brass. Look up polished brass. Google it. You're going to see that it's a brown color, man. Go ahead, Doc.
And the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude.
But like a voice of a multitude. As a matter of fact, let me see if that's Daniel 7. Yeah, Daniel 7 and 9. Let's get some more. We could have started there first, but hey, that's the spirit, because it's going off into that polished brass, man, that burnt bronze, man, or as if he's burnt in a furnace. We're just putting out here because a lot of people don't know these scriptures. A lot of people just think that the Lord is some white guy, man. Go ahead, Doc.
I behold till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit.
The Ancient of Days. The Ancient of Days is Yahweh, which the world ignorantly calls God. They call him Allah. They call him all these different names, but his name is Yahweh, which means that he exists where he is to be. Go ahead, Doc.
Whose garment was white as snow.
So he has a garment on. So this is the Ancient of Days. He has to have a body to have a garment on. Go ahead, Doc. All right, now.
And the hair of his head like the pure wool.
See, the hair of his head like the pure wool. Because what I've noticed with some of these Christians, and like even with like vocab alone, he'll try and use Revelations 1 and 14 and say, see, it's talking about his hair was white. It's not talking about woolly, or something that he says. It's something stupid as hell. But the texture of his hair is woolly. Now this is going into the same aspect. Go ahead, Ox.
His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels is burning fire. But the point we wanted to get was his hair of his head like pure wool. See? But we just wanted to just bring out a few scriptures to let you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans know that the Lord is not some white guy. He's not some blonde-haired, blue-eyed white guy, man. The children of Israel were melanated people. Now today, in this day and time, because we've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, is we look like other nations now. But still, that seed line comes from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which makes you an Israelite. Now, if you come from Abraham, Isaac, and Esau, then the so-called white man, that's his biblical name, Esau Edom. Because there's no such thing as a white race. They're pinkish to reddish in color. There's no such thing as a black race. We're different shades of brown. But this is what they push, and this narrative has been pushed for 500 years. So if you push something, and matter of fact, a little longer than that, if you push something for that long, it's hard for people to just be like, to come out of that, man. That's witchcraft at its finest, man. That's super duper witchcraft right there, man. But we come out here on the highways and byways to let our people know that, hey, everything that you see going on right now on the earth, these are things that were being spoken of, that will be happening in the last days. All the prophecies are coming to pass. The man of sin is being revealed, which is the so-called white man, that son of perdition. Matter of fact, let's get 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. These are things that had to happen before the Lord comes, man. This man has to be revealed.
So 2 and 3?
Yep, 2 Thessalonians 2. Let's start at verse 3.
Thessalonians 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, the son of perdition.
See, that man of sin, he has to be revealed. See, the day of the Lord is not going to come until this man is revealed. So we know that we're living in the end days, and we're close to that day because now this man is being revealed. The so-called white man is being revealed for being Esau Edom, his original name. He can't get away from that no more because he's a fugitive in the earth. He's been hiding underneath white, Caucasian, Russian, German, European, all these different names, but his original biblical name is he's Esau Edom. It's like trying to run down somebody. You see these stories that be on the news where somebody that ran from the law, he robbed a bank 60 years ago, and he's been living under aliases for all this time, and then all of a sudden, the police are at his house, surrounding the house, and the neighbors are looking like, well, damn, what's going on over there with John? And come to find out his fucking name was Lee Harvey or some shit all along, and he was a bank robber that, went to another place, changed his name, changed up his social security card and all this other stuff, married a woman, had children, and he sinked into the community as if he was just this regular guy. Then come to find out, oh shit, he murdered people, he killed 2 security guards while he was robbing the bank, and this, that, and the third. It's a surprise. Now people are like, oh, okay, well damn, that's who, now it makes sense. He was kind of strange. Then you'll get the neighbors like, you know what, I do remember a few things about him that he just never would talk about his past. Shit like that. You see? So this man has to be revealed, and he's being revealed in his last day. And that's why we know that our time here is shortening. It's almost up, man. The gig is up for Esau. He's being revealed. Go ahead, Al.
Who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called Yahweh.
See, he opposed himself against Yahweh. Then he exalts himself as if he's the Lord. That's why when you Google God, all you're going to see is some white man show up. Or if you Google Jesus, all you're going to see is some white guy show up. You Google angels, all you're going to see is some white shit show up. Prophets, apostles, so on and so forth. Because this is what this man has done, because he was covering his tracks because he's a fugitive. Go ahead, Ox. You would hold y'all. Verse 4.
Yeah, verse 4, okay. Or that is worship, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
See? Who does that? You don't see no Chinese people. They're not. Wow. All these damn accidents been happening lately, man. There's been all kinds of people being killed. Hey, but that's all the power, of Yahweh Shemi shot. But anyway, this man, he's in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God, man. And a lot of people believe that. And here go the police, they just like, they gonna say, oh, they ain't on them fast enough. They ain't catching up to them guys.
Catching up to them, that's why they doing it.
Man, look, man, hey, the police are a joke. Matter of fact, that's another thing too. Esau Edom, his law system is trash. Now they just had on the news, I think it was the night before last or last night, they got a list of like 75 cops. They had it on TV. I'm like, goddamn, had their names and everything. 75 cops that cannot be trusted if they was on a stand as witnesses. And how people was being released from jail because the lawyer is just like, oh, well, he's a liar. We found that he's lied in many cases. They have a list. I forgot what the name of the list is. So this man's system is wicked as hell. And guess what? He's able to slither through that system because he's a fugitive. And it's his system. This is his system, man. He'll tell you about righteousness, how, he'll have you come into the court. They used to, I don't even know if they do it no more, but they used to have you come to court and put your hand on the Bible, tell you to, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. But this man write laws for the most wickedest people to get away with wicked crimes, man. This man has written into law the LGBTQ got far more protection out here than you as an elderly woman. If you an elderly woman, you in your 80s, or LGBTQ person got more rights than your ass do. If somebody was to clock your ass, an old elderly woman over the head, they'll just be like, oh, well, they'll pick him up if they can catch him. But if you do that shit to one of these LGBTQ, it's a hate crime. Your ass is it's gonna be all kinds of things said. It's gonna be all over the news. But let that happen to an elderly. This is where it's gonna come to. I was just looking at a video. The brother, he had a video up of a man. He was hugging his wife in public, and some big fat ass Edomite woman comes up and telling him that people are complaining. Straight up, he was like, well, shit, tell them to. Hey, matter of fact, it was a Jake. He was from the Northern Kingdom, though. I think he was, possibly Puerto Rican or, something to that extent. But he was like, we're going to tell them to turn the fucking other way. This is my wife. And she was adamant. She was like, but sir, I'm getting complaints about you hugging her. You're like, she is my wife. I love her. The fuck is you? But this is where we're at. But I bet you she wouldn't have said nothing to an LGBTQ couple holding hands in public and kissing in public, man. You know why? Because it happened in a store. I'm not sure what store it was. But they know that they got sued. This is the place where they're forcing Christians to perform services that go against what they call their religious background or their religious beliefs for the sake of the alphabet crew, man. Tell that damn bakery company, what's the bakery company that didn't want to bake the LGBTQ cake for their man, they've been going back and forth to court, man, for about 10 years. That's incredible. They telling you, hey, look, this is my religion. This is what, even though it's false as hell, we're not sticking up with white Jesus Christianity, but at least they, this person is saying, hey, you know what, we're not with that, man. It goes against our values. We don't believe in that. Right? But they force it. And you see America just got their asses kicked in that soccer game today, right? And we applaud it. You know why? Because they took their asses from here to over there, and they protesting in a Muslim country for the LGBTQ, man. Show you how wicked these motherfuckers is, man. So lock you for the language. Show you how wicked this place is. It shows you how wicked America. This is Babylon the Great. You can't get around it, man. You can't get around it, man. They are literally over there. Now, it's been this big thing all since the shit started, since the soccer matches started, right? Because it's in Qatar. That's all Muslim. You get murked over there for that lifestyle. So, all the past 2-3 weeks, they've been talking about how the LGBTQ, they don't feel safe going, but stay your ass in your country where the fuck you from. You want to go over there holding hands and being hugged up and doing your little thing over there in front of these people that they're not with that lifestyle. But what does America go over there and do? They over there on the field doing all kinds of signs and gestures, They got their asses kicked today, and I'm glad. And there was a few other countries with that crap, man. Here you go. You want to push your American democracy, your wickedness off on everybody else, man. Those people understand that when it comes to America, your women turn to hoes. Your kids going to become drug addicts. You see, there's not going to be no respect for the elderly. Your economy is going to dwindle. Your crime rate, suicide rate, opioid rate is going to be through the roof. That's why don't nobody want to fucking be like this place, man. Those countries got sense. And you can talk all the crap you want about, they're inhumane. They need democracy. Hey, democracy got this country fucked up. Look at it. Look at all this shit on the ground. You can see on the camera. Hey, we turn the camera, all you see is bullshit around us, man. We say it all the time. The whole America is raggedy as hell, man. But they want to push this to everybody else. All in the name of white Jesus at that. The brother just had a video. I was just watching the video before I left the crib. Matter of fact, I mean, it's the type of shit. Let me see if this shit, I mean, this place is retarded, man. It's a lock for the rent, but we have to show these things and bring these things up to show you where we're at in this day and time, this period. Because the Lord is not going to allow this shit to happen too much more longer, man. It's just that simple. It's not going to go on much longer, man. I'm about to not. Here you go right here. Oh, my goodness. Look. Oh, shit. These the brothers down in Birmingham, but they had the thumbnail up, but they actually was showing the video, and I can't, let me see, I don't even know if I can get back to the video on it. Damn. I just want to show the thumbnail on it. Here we go right here, though. Let me just turn it. Hey, but and this right here lets you know to the fall of our enemies. But check it out. Walking some big ass nigga on a chain. Look.
With a hot pink bikini suit. With a goddamn, with a silver.
She's walking him on a chain with his arms handcuffed behind his back with some damn heels on. You know it took that, man, it probably took him 5-6 hours just to put that outfit together. Just to paint himself like that, man. With a Edomite walking him on a chain. Hey, these Edomites, they into stuff like that, man. They into stuff like that, man. And this is why we had to come out and let our people know who you're dealing with. Who you're dealing with. Matter of fact, let's go to the Apocryphal, because it was a few. I done a lesson on this guy yesterday that was on Dr. Phil. He's an extinction activist, right? He's got this campaign where basically he's like, he said just feed them, don't breed them. He wants people to just die, and of course you know it's niggas that he wanted to just die, right? Then you got this other guy. Then they just came on the news yesterday, which we was already hearing about that. That 50% the male sperm count now is down 50%. Niggas, motherfuckers can't even. And then you got the doctors on the news.
They said 50%. That means
if they busting off, they ain't producing nothing.
Is that men in general or the white?
Men in general, but mainly it's the so-called white man. It's really him, but it can count. It can lean towards us too, because the things that he was going into was basically the same attributes that made us so disproportionately affected by COVID-19, so to speak. Hypertension. Obesity. Diabetes, he was going into a few things, but the thing that he said on the news that caught me, he was like, basically like chemicals and shit. He was kind of he was trying to ease into it, the water, the food. Like, man, he know what's going on.
They put that eat 3 meals a day. Actually, we only should have 1 meal a day.
Man, look, they want you to eat 3 meals a day and have 8 glasses of water of that goddamn fluoride so you can kill your damn self faster. Right. Nobody really needs to have 8 glasses of water a day, man. That come on, and especially not the water that's here. You taking a chance drinking a glass of it. But of course we gotta hydrate. And I don't even trust the damn bottled water at that. What's going on now? So you had to let's get Ecclesiasticus, Sirach 12 and 10. Yeah, man, you can't trust the so-called white man. This man is killing every damn thing. You trust that man. Hey, you deserve whatever you get if you trust anything the white man produces. Straight up. You can go ahead out. You there already.
Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Never trust thy enemy.
Yep.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Never trust thine enemy, man. It don't say sometimes. And this is a straight command from the Lord. Why you think what happened to the Native Americans happened to them the way that it happened? Because they trusted this man. They should have been shooting arrows at the boat, man, before that motherfucker docked. They should have been
trap food.
Yeah, man. They should have been throwing. Hey, they should have been meeting that motherfucker on canoes before and not ever letting him get to land. Never trust thine enemy, man. And they talking about this documentary. You know, everybody is talking about this on I think it's Rumble, you know, Odyssey. Because you know, anything like that that's on YouTube, they killing your channel. You can forget about it. But they got this documentary with everybody that went out and took that jump shot. Everybody that, hey, a lot of these people that went out there and took that jump shot. Well, my man, he called it the Squid Games. You went out and took that Squid Games, all because Joe Biden told you to? He said, hey, it's a documentary out where people, hey, they just falling, hey, they just healthy ass. He's 24, he's never had an illness in his life, he was pro-fat, you know, he was athletic, he was going to the gym 6 days a week and dropping dead, man, millions of them. It's people, hey, and they're talking about it from that jump shot, man.
Exactly.
They done went out and see, but what was we saying when it first went down? We was out on the highways and byways telling our people, hey, don't do it. And it's still motherfuckers walking around here that went and took it, and you just never know when it's gonna happen to them. Why you think your boy Al Roker is back in the hospital again?
It's happening already. Woo.
His ass got out of the hospital. They had to take him right back.
They was trying to say it was going to take 10 years before it start
kicking in and knocking people off.
Knocking their cap back.
It ain't taking no 10. Hey, they might have a special turkey dinner waiting for your ass that's going to trigger it for your ass during Christmas.
And that's what it is. It's certain shit that you might do that's triggering it.
That's triggering it.
Whatever it is,
all this erratic shit, man.
It's going against the Most High.
Yep.
So like you eating all that pork, all that lobster, crab,
just
all that.
Yeah, just all that abominable shit in general. All this processed food.
Because it's going against the Most High, so the Most High set it up that way so he can put it out there on your retarded ass.
Oh, but the overall, hey, they're not trusting in Yahweh B'Shem El Shai. That's a main killer. That's the number one. A number one killer that'll get your ass knocked off is not trusting in the Lord. And the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, I still see them wearing masks right now.
Yeah. I get proud they wearing them. I'm like, nigga.
Motherfuckers all in there. There's people passing us in cars right now by themselves with masks on, man. Why? Because they believe in this so-called white man. They trust in this man, man.
White Jesus.
They trust in this man. Get that back again.
Never trust thy enemy.
See?
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
See? And if you got any understanding of iron, look, if you ever just walking or passing by and you see some iron, I'm looking at shit now. It's rusty. Because that's what it's gonna eventually do. And that lets you know this man is the damn devil, so he's gonna do some devilish shit to you. He can't help it. He can only do what he's designed to do, man. He can only do what he's designed to do. Like my man said, if you go to Australia, you expect snow. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, this man is designed to do wickedness, man. What's some more on that?
Though he humble himself and go crouching.
Hey, and they'll humble themselves. What did Joe Biden them do? We love you. We're a nation. We're one. You know, let's fight this thing together. Let's love our. And then you had the one chick, you know, using the scriptures, trying to use the scriptures to say, love thy neighbor. Love them as yourself. You should get it because of your neighbor. Huh? You see what I'm saying? Now these motherfuckers is dropping off and they're telling you. I've seen numerous news stories throughout this week where they're actually telling you that it's more of the people that took the jump shot that are passing away than the people that didn't, man. They're telling you now that, oh, we made a mistake. Straight up.
And like the Most High said, I'm gonna laugh at your calamity.
Yep. Gonna laugh at your calamity.
Yep.
Jake out here with, you know, if they haven't fallen off, they not the same as they used to be. They out here lethargic, slow as hell. Shit got going on with them, ailments. You know? Go ahead,
Yet take good heed.
That's a commandment. Yet take good heed of this man.
And beware of him.
Beware of him. Those are commandments from the Lord, man. Go ahead,
And those shall be unto him as if thou hadst white a
looking glass.
And thou shall know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away.
Which means that he's going to eventually show you them fangs. He's going to eventually show you the true colors, man. You can't get around it. This man is not to be trusted. Go ahead, it's more on that.
Set him not by thee.
Set him not by thee. That's another commandment. You ain't supposed to be, look, man. If you got to go to work, of course you got to go to work. You got to do what you got to do. Man, with all that old just, man, fuck them other than that, man. Go get your money, come on home. Go ahead,
Least when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat.
But this man will take your seat, man. Hey, that's what happened to the Native American Indians. Don't let them sit. Hey, don't get cozy with them, man. Don't eat of their dainties, as it says in the book of Proverbs. Go ahead, We've been sitting there for a second. You can see what's up. Hopefully not.
And thou at the least remember my words and be pricked therewith.
See, you gonna remember now they remembering and they're being pricked therewith. See, now they like, oh, you know what? I should have fucking listened. I should have listened. Hey, that's what it's talking about, being pricked. I should have listened. I knew I shouldn't. But what? Hey, Jake I need my job. They didn't trust in the Lord to take care of them. And that's what's going to happen with a lot of these people with this damn charagma. Because you know, but Elon Musk was on the news 2 days ago. Now he's talking about within 6 months.
You know what just crawled my skin when I was at work. My brother gonna say, look, Kanye got Elon Musk by his side. Nah, he's straight. He got the devil by his side. What you talking about? He in movie trouble. They finna trick his ass and kill him.
But this dude, he's claiming that, and you know, in the next human trial, with that C-hip in the head, they're gonna put that that device in a person, man. And they talking about, you know what I'm saying, the shit, you know, first off, that the first miracle they want to do is heal blindness. Where if you blind from a baby, they can bring your sight back or whatever, or bring your sight in. Then they talking about putting multiple ones in your brain, on your spine, and all this other shit. So if you've never walked before, you can actually walk. Those are gonna be miracles to people, and they gonna run right out and get that shit.
Get it.
Then they had the monkey sitting there, and he was like, a person with this particular brain potato chip, rather. You know, they can type faster on a phone than you can actually type without if they was disabled. So people gonna be looking at that like, you know, like, damn. They gonna be looking at that like those are miracles. That's how you know this man is a part of that so-called antichrist that people are gonna be thinking like, oh, he's gonna set himself up as, you know, as being a god, just like we just read in 2 Thessalonians, man. He wants people, this man has a God complex. This man wants to go to the moon. He wants to go to Mars. You see? But there's already a company that's out here. See, he's behind, so to speak. because that other company,
Come on, Elon Musk.
yeah, Synchron, they already got the trials in people already.
Right.
They already FDA approved. So he said, well, you know, we got most of our paperwork in to the FDA. Now he's looking for engineers, and you know, they went over to a list of jobs and shit that you can get with it because he's down people. He's trying to further hurry this shit up. But you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, you better realize that we're almost there, man. This is one of the last major prophecies that's got to happen. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Go ahead, I think, what's that next verse?
Who will pity a charmer?
Yep, who would pity a charmer?
That is bitter.
That is bitten.
That is bitten with a serpent.
Yep.
Or any such as come nigh wild beast.
Wild beast. That's why now Jacob's like, well, shit, you shouldn't have fucking rolled your sleeve up, nigga.
Exactly.
Well, ain't nobody giving him no pity. Nobody pitying. We told you. You know, that's what the scripture is saying. If a nigga...
But did you know IUIC said it's all right to take?
And then they backed up on it because you know what it said, that 20 people in their congregation died. Yep. It said 20 people. Now I'm not sure how true it is, but that's what's been said out here. That's been ongoing. That 20 of their people in their congregation dropped. And then guess what? Your boy was like, oh, no, I'm not the main leader. I'm not taking it. No. I would suggest no. Then you had General Yohana from ISUPK. He was promoting it. And he promotes the C-Hip, man.
ISUPK is crazy.
Hey, matter of fact, they was just the brothers.
Wow. Man.
They've been going in on them because yesterday they was basically like they was talking about basically if you live in that region of Africa, you're a Hamite. Like, no, the Israelites are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So there's going to be Israelites in Africa. Hell yeah. They're going to look like damn Hamites too. Yeah. Going to sound like them, but they're going to have that spirit of Jake, man.
But they're going to have that to themselves.
Yep, they're going to have that spirit of Jake. That's what my man, it's been all the apostles kind of went in on that yesterday, talking about that. And that's a, you know, if you're new to this truth, you have to realize that the Hebrew Israelites are not going to look like the brother right here. They're not going to be as dark as him. I'm not as dark as him. No, but
I'm seeing you what's it called? We got a brother. He looked just like Esau, but he's one of us.
Man, look, it's motherfuckers out here. Hey, they can look just like Joe Biden out this bitch and be an Israelite. You can't get around it. And that's just common sense, man. If anybody is teaching that, if the spirit is not dealing with them, and you need to get away from them. God. If you're in a camp like that, get out of it. Get away from them. Because that's not the proper way of teaching the scriptures, man. We will be scattered through the four corners of the earth. There are Israelites in China. There are Israelites in Japan. There are Israelites in Cambodia. Israelites in Philippines. There's Israelites everywhere. And we look like these nations of people. Why? Because we've mingled our seed with them. But you have to come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man, to be an Israelite. You have to be. Other than that, your ass is a damn heathen.
Your roots are from your father.
Yep, that's it. That's where your seed line comes from. Your seed line comes from your father, man.
The woman does not carry the seed. That was taught in school. That was lies.
And that's what the small hats do. The people over there that's over in the land right now, they go by the matriarch or whatever. We don't go by that. They'll tell you over there that your mother has to be a Jew for you to be a Jew. That's not true.
That's not true.
Your seed, the father carries the seed. That's common sense. Here you go, you got these motherfuckers building space rockets and shit going to Mars, and they don't understand something as simple as third grade science.
The mother does what she does in life, period.
She incubates, man.
Exactly.
She's an incubator. She's like earth. She's like the dirt. She's like she's what gives that seed nutrients like the earth.
Exactly. Make that seed
come forth. But when that seed comes up, it's just like having sunflowers or cucumbers, or we use the illustration of watermelon seeds or anything like that.
If you notice, when you have children, a woman, a daughter and a son, that son roots is with your family. The daughter always goes off.
Yeah.
She goes to another family.
She takes on the name of her father. Yep. Matter of fact, of his father's lineage.
Exactly.
Because he has the father's name.
Exactly.
His father's name. Right? So that's the matter of fact, we can go to the book of Numbers on that. Hey, what's going on now?
How you doing, my brother?
You Hebrew Israelite brother who's trying to repent out here.
Amen.
Oh yeah.
Last
Oh
days,
yeah.
Amen ain't gonna get you there.
How you doing, brother?
Hey now.
Good to see you.
Hey.
Amen.
Yup, Numbers. Like that brother right there, he could have been an Israelite. He looks like an Edomite, but he could have been an Israelite. He had a little swag to him. He seemed cool, but I mean, hey, but still, we have to test the spirit, man. We have to test the spirit because the scripture talks about if your spirit bear witness with the Holy Spirit, roughly paraphrasing, then you could be an Israelite, man. You know, because I mean, hey, even with Israel, all the children of Israel are not Israel. Because Jake out here just go, hey, they'll buck up against you, man, and just niggas, man. They don't want nothing to do, a 2/3, they don't want nothing to do with the scriptures, man. Because they'll buck up against you just like a so-called white person will about this truth. Yeah, Numbers, chapter 1, we can start from the top. In fact, let me go into the blue letter. But it's simple, man. Numbers chapter 1. We can start from the top. All right, go ahead. And matter of fact, in the NLT, it says this is the registration of Israel troops, right? Go ahead, Ak.
Numbers 1:1. And the Lord spoke unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, in the tabernacle of the congregation.
In the tabernacle of the congregation, man.
On the first day of the second month.
Yep.
In the second year after they were come out of the land of Egypt.
So this is the second year after coming out of slavery, basically in Egypt. Go ahead, Ak.
Saying, take ye to the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel.
Take ye the sum of all the children of Israel. Go ahead.
After their families by the house of their fathers.
See, it says after the house of their fathers.
With the number of their names.
Yep.
Every male by their poll.
See, it says by the house of their fathers, every male by their poll. Not the house of their mothers, and every female by their poll. As a matter of fact, it goes off into, we can, and then from there it goes off into the tribes. But let's scroll down to verse 18. Because it gets off into it, now it names off the tribes. You have to have a family member, a father, one of your family members from one of those tribes, right? Well, let's go to verse 18 and get to the point too.
Verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees.
See, they declared their pedigree. What's a pedigree? A pedigree is a lineage. You see? And go ahead, Ak.
After their families by the house of their fathers.
See that? Your pedigree goes by the house of your fathers. Go ahead, Ak.
According to the numbers of the names from 20 years old and upward by their poll.
So see, there you have it. There you have it. Why do you think all the genealogies overall in the scriptures is all men? Here and there you'll see a woman's name if she's important enough to be mentioned, as far as like something that may have happened, her significance in that. But overall, like even in the book of Matthew, when you go to the book of Matthew, that whole entire genealogy is all men.
Right.
So, and matter of fact, the genealogy of Adam going down through, Seth and Arphaxad and it's just that whole thing coming all the way down to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. You see, all that goes through a seed line of men.
Right.
The 12 tribes of Israel are men.
Exactly.
You see, not women. Now there are what motherfuckers just be blowing through that light like it ain't nothing, bro. Damn.
You can tell people in the zombie stage.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I just see this.
Hey, the brother just went into that.
Triple E straight out.
I just watched the brother video. He went into people into a damn zombie zone, man. Because he had up a few news stories. I don't know if you heard about this 10-year-old. I think it was yesterday. They charging the damn 10-year-old as an adult, a damn Jake.
For what?
For shooting his mama in the face, man, because he couldn't order the Oculus glasses off Amazon. After he shot her in the face, he went onto her account and ordered the motherfucking glasses, man. And then as they talking to him, you know, he basically said that he was, you know, telling his grandparents that he was sorry that he shot and killed his mama. This before they came back and got him. Because at first they was talking like it was an accident. And then, you know, they kind of put details together. And the sister, little sister, she went to telling stuff. But, you know, the grandparents, he's telling the grandparents that he's sorry that he killed his mama, but did my Amazon package come? So that lets you know how wicked these motherfuckers is, man. And then they had this article, you know, this lady in the Bronx, she stabbed her. Yeah, stabbed her little baby and her toddler, killed them. The dad, he walking out the apartment with him in the arms, you know, they dead already, bloody as hell. That, but it's been so many ill-ass stories on the news, man, from people just bugging the fuck out. And hey, you never know, that might be from that Squid Games juice, man.
No doubt. I was just thinking that. I said, shit.
Hey, people doing shit that I ain't never heard people do before.
You don't know what that shit was. And just like I asked a female I work with, right? We kicking in this shit. And that come up. So I'm like, did you, she like, yeah. First time, you know, I ain't do all of it, but I did the first time. I'm like,
you might
I ain't got nothing to say no more.
Hey, you might have a good chance if you didn't go back and take all the other shit. I think that first one was to set you up. If you didn't take the other ones, you might be all right. But if you went through and you took if you took a Boost Mobile, you might be through.
You know, something, right, when you're talking about your history, right? And a lot of women be on there, man, they be like, I'm fully hooked up. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'll be like,
yeah. And they want, hey, it's some.
You have a lot of them say, I ain't fucked around.
And some people, if you haven't been fully hooked up, they don't want to deal with you. Right. If you've been fully hooked up, they don't want to deal. So you got a half and half in the country, man.
Yeah.
It's a half and half with that. Now over in China, China like fuck that. Hey,
they over there.
They scrapping now.
That's how you know they coming with their hookup. You feel me? They coming with that because they have to. Because if people keep dropping, they gonna be scared to take the hookup.
Hey, it's hard for them to get them to take it now though. That's the thing. See, people that caught on. It's hard right now. I was scrolling through all the news stories yesterday, scouring through them, trying to find a lesson to do. And you know, they'll have a whole section in the news dedicated to just that now. Where you can just click over and it'll just be, your whole shit will stretch out and there's nothing but stories on that thing, right? But man, they talking about how, now what they're trying to say is the hospital numbers are back up again. So they're gonna push to the point where, because they want you to come and get them things, man. But nobody is trusting going to get the thing. They got the percentages up, and I don't want to go too far into it, you know what I'm saying? Because we done lost so many channels even talking about that shit, man. That's why we talking in code word right now. So if you don't know what we talking about with the jump shot, the Boost Mobile, we don't know what to tell you. Hey, you got to just do some research, man. We done lost plenty of channels. I'm trying to warn our people, man. You know, but on a more serious note, I mean, hey, we're living in the last days, man. It's time to get your ass up out of sleep. We ain't talking about that.
At this point in time, you was a fucking idiot.
Yep.
Because when it really start popping, it's going to be too late to think you're an idiot.
All this shit is popping off right now, man. Everything that the Lord spoke of, the wars, rumors of wars, that's happening. And Russia ready to get down right now, too. Because they've been telling America this week, hey, y'all keep supplying Ukraine with any damn thing, you know, basically, hey, you're involved now. We're looking at you as if they wasn't involved to begin with. If you handling my enemy guns, your ass involved.
That's like if I go to fight somebody and I'm whooping them, but then they mad, then somebody out of nowhere give them a stick to fight me again.
He's involved.
He involved.
He gets the same thing his ass
You gotta
gets.
get it too. I'm running over there and choking his ass. What?
You gotta watch him too, because you don't know how. Instead of the stick he gave me, he might jump in with a stick too.
Right.
Start whooping on my ass. So I gotta watch them both.
Exactly.
But that's going on, man. Matter of fact, I put up a short video yesterday. I don't know if you've seen it. In the video, hey, I started to do a whole lesson on it, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put it short up. And it's this so-called white man. He on there. He like, yeah, you know, it's a dreadful thing. This shouldn't be happening. Damn, Edomites is eating pet food and shit because they can't afford this food, man, during inflation.
Dog.
They eat pet food.
I was hungry, right? While you be hungry, you thinking of things to eat. I'm coming home like, man, we go in and grab me some chili. I'm going straight to the market. So I go to the market right there on Davidson. I grab me some stuff for the chili and everything, dog. You know that bill came up to $67.
How much?
Or something. 67 for chili, man.
67.
67. No, I can't lie. I did get some weenies. I did get some turkey weenies out of there too, but dog,
What I'm saying though, like, what all this? I mean, you know, maybe
I
you.
got 3 cans
Maybe you make your
beans. I got the chili thing to put in there, like a chili stick.
Yeah.
They got it in the box now. I got that, and then I got a chili sauce pack. I got 3 weenie packs.
So you doing something different then? Cause
I don't do the weenies in there. I just got that for something.
Yeah.
I'm going to get
But your bill.
Yeah.
But I just done a lesson on it. I was just talking about that, bro. Going into the supermarket, bro, $50. If you get a carton of eggs, them bitches like $6, 5, 4, whatever, depends on what kind you get.
Right.
You get a jug of milk. A jug of milk costs you $5, $6, man. Right. You done cut it to that 50 by $12 already. That's just 2 items. A loaf of bread is damn near $5. You damn near you $15 in already, man.
Exactly.
You know, you end up. Hey, you grab a pack of damn ground chunk or something, or a pack of chicken or something. Man, hey, look, you done cut all the way into that $50, man. You be lucky if you coming up out of there with change, man. Just to grab a few things. So, I was saying, I can't imagine being somebody that's feeding a family of 5 or 6 or 7. You know, we're just, you know, we're blessed to just kind of like, you know, have, you know, I'm on a dolo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, but still, the food price, you can just tell, you gotta just use wisdom too, man, when you shopping. Right. You know, you gotta use wisdom when you shopping too. Sometimes you gotta, you know, just look and say, hey, well, you know what? This is on sale. This particular meat is on sale this week. You know, I would like this, but you know, but like I said, I can't imagine having a family of especially like teenagers, growing boys, 12, 13, 14, boys that are growing. Shit, hell, these damn little girls that eat your ass out of house and home. Right. I can't even imagine it, bro. Your food bill per month adding up to anywhere between fucking, I can't, bro, I can't, and you know what? See, the thing of it is too, with a lot of our people, see, they're careless with their spending. You know why they're careless with their spending? Because the so-called white man has given them that card, them food stamps and shit. Exactly. So when they shopping, they just grabbing whatever the fuck they want to grab. They're not thinking about, because they're not using actual physical cash that they actually have to go and work for. See, that's the type of person I am. I'm not getting no damn benefits. So when I spend money, I'm actually spending money.
Right, exactly. And see, that's how my daughter was. I would try to get
They're careless with it.
And she would be real tight. And I'm like, I don't understand her. I would come back. I don't give a money no more. Put me on that damn child support. Okay, I got you.
Hey, man. Hey, but this is how strapped people are. Hey, everybody is going for dolo now, man. And believe me, anything that a person can get out of you, man, they're gonna get out of you, man. You're gonna have genuine, sincere people that's gonna realize, hey, things is getting fucked up out here. I need me a man. As far as women, because I was going over to a lesson yesterday with that Isaiah 4:11, where it's gonna be 7 women to a man, because they're gonna be genuinely looking for a man, because shit is about to hit the fans out here. It's already, you can see it in motion. It's already moving. You see what I'm saying? So, but the Lord, he spoke of the pestilence, which it's all kinds of shit still popping up out here on the pestilence. I mean, it's like, damn. The famines, like I said, I seen that video, and this is a place where people shouldn't even be eating no goddamn dog food. But and the woman, she was like, she was just kind of, people be embarrassed. It's like you don't want to mention, because you know what, the average woman, she'll be out here, she got her hair, nails done, wig on, still looking like everything's everything, and she can't even afford to put fucking food in the refrigerator. But she ain't gonna tell you that, because why? I'm living my best life in it that they giving your ass on Instagram, TikTok, and all these other channels. They're not giving you, people are not living in reality, man. That's a main problem with our people, are not living in real reality, man. He look like he got a big ass bag over his shoulder. But yeah, man, we can go to the go out scriptures, man. Romans 13.
11.
Oh yeah.
Ready?
Oh yeah. We're ready when you're ready, bro.
And that knowing that the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
That's what time we're in right now. All this goddamn running around here and on TikTok doing a damn challenge. Grown ass women, grown ass men. Bro, man, you got, I put it best, man. You got damn Crip and blood granddaddies and shit. Like, nigga, what? Nigga, you still throwing up your set, nigga, your 60s? The fuck out of here, man. It's high time to awake out of this craziness, man. Go ahead,
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Now is our salvation nearer than we believe. If you don't see all this crazy shit going on around you, you can't see that the Lord is near, coming. That's why the Lord was going in on some of them Pharisees, man. Like, you can tell basically the damn weather and what the day is going to be like, but you can't tell the time that we're in. Right. Roughly paraphrasing. Come on, man. Go ahead, Ock.
The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the work of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light.
Hey, you better cast off these works of darkness out here. Hell, it's talking about the elect shall scarcely make it. So what about a nigga that don't know nothing about this truth? You don't even know the true name of the Father, nor his Son. You don't have a chance, man. And the only way that you can cast off those works of darkness, we bring it out in all these lessons, man, is that you repent to the Father, Yahweh, in the name of his Son, Yahushai. Those are the true names of the Father and Son. You better get the hell away from this white Jesus crap. You better get away from this white Jesus crap. I just done a lesson before I came to camp with this 82-year-old woman down in Alabama. They arrested her ass for a trash bill of $77. Came out, put the hand, and she like, and then the reporter is, asking her certain questions, and you know what she said? She said, I started to question God because I wanted to know why, I was being treated like this, and I was doing all the things, all these good things. I was going to church and tithing on Sunday. When I seen that, I was like, that's your problem. I felt a little sorry for her because she's elderly. But if you giving your money to the church for the so-called white Jesus crap, you could have been paying your trash bill.
I ain't gonna lie, I was over my friend's house, right? And then they wanted to break out in prayer.
I remember you telling me.
I had to slide. Hey, at first I took my hat off. I thought about it. I said, oh no, I'm out of this prayer. I put that boy right back on.
No, I don't pray in the name of white. Hey, you gotta be bold with people, man. You ain't gonna put me in no position of, no, let's all just join hands in prayer.
Yeah.
That's like these niggas running around through here. What's the guy? I can't think of his name. He been running around through the city of Detroit, when bad shit happens. And they standing on the news, all standing in a group praying. Like, you nigga, you ain't getting no answers, man. You can forget about it.
They must be giving some. You
know what I'm saying?
Took that bag somewhere and came right back.
I don't know what the hell going on. But anyway, y'all, street lights done hit. But anyway, we gonna close on out. But hey, repent to the Father, Yahweh, in the name of his son, Yahushua. We're living in the last days. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you are the Hebrew Israelites, man. And we're going into rulership. You ought to be sick and tired of being ruled in this damn kingdom with this
and if you believe
silly ass so-called white man.
With these other nations, these wicked ass nations, your ass is done.
No,
too.
hey, look, they going into slavery. You should come into this truth, man, and start believing on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and he's gonna give you a rulership mindset.
Exactly.
We have a kingdom mindset. We don't want no damn state here. We don't want no community here. We trying to get the hell out of here, man. Because this place is wicked as hell, and it needs to be torched, man.
Exactly.
It needs to be torched. On a day-to-day basis, we got to get up and be vexed in the spirit, man. Fuck this place, man. But anyway, with that, we want to give all praises to our Father, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rabakodash. Double honors once again to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say Tawada to all the Akim and Akwap that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. And hey, we almost out of here, man. The prophecies are coming to pass. We almost out of here. So hey, just stay strong. Keep going at it. And you gotta fast, you gotta pray, and definitely stay into those scriptures, man. You know, on a day-to-day basis, because that's gonna keep you there, you know, in your mind, man. You know. So with that, Kwam Yashala.